Wait a minute. How many business do you run? Like, I just discovered today that you have a clothing business I've never heard of. How many business do you run? As a woman, how do you cope with all those things? I would really love to know.
Thank you so much. I believe as a woman you can do everything and anything you set your mind to do. What you do is not sex based. It has to do with who you are, what you want to achieve. So I have hairline, which is Zara Hair Vault, that we all know. I make my own products. I have the lace glue. I have every hair product and the maintenance of every week. And I just started a new clothing line just for kid, which is called Zara Kiddies Vault.
That is wonderful. Before I forget, let's come back. Let's come back home. Welcome back to Isaac Cheesy TV. Today I am here with Zara Hevot. Sometimes they say what a man can do, a woman can do it better. But I'm also trying to figure it out if it's actually true or not. So please, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us what you do and in everything that you do as a woman?
Thank you. Pleased to be here. Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Zara. I'm Zara Ohai. I am a business owner. I have businesses here and back in Nigeria. Business has actually been my it's something that I grew up knowing I want to be a businesswoman. So I'm into hair. I do hair. I sell bundles. I sell wigs. I also do kiddies wigs. But my recent business this year, I made it a point of duty to introduce new brands to my hair line, which I introduced the glue, the lace glue, which is a frontal glue. I introduced the lace tints. I now have my own hot combs. And I just introduced the new baby, the newest baby in town, which is the Zara Kiddies Vault. We tailor the whole cloth. I design. I love to design. Sometimes, even when I'm sleeping, designs come to my head. So I love to design. This is actually the first time I'm taking it a step further to go into business. Though I design clothes, men, any clothes you've ever seen on my husband, I design them. And yeah, so it's clothing, kiddies clothing, and everything here.
That is perfect. That is perfect. So if I may ask, okay, before we go to let's take it one at a time. So before we go into clothing, let's start with the hair of a thing. Which year were you inspired to start anything that has to do with hair? What motivates you?
Okay, I used to carry dreadlocks funnily. And in 2012, I came to Cape Town in 2011 and I saw an open market, you know. It's not like now there were no good suppliers. Like you could see a woman who hair for me is not just before I answer that, it's not just a business. Even the Bible said the hair is the glory of a woman. So it's how women feel when they wear my hair. So I saw an open market and I went into it. There were no hair vendors in Cape Town, practically. And I just took an opportunity. Yeah, I can do hair. I can actually start selling hair. So I started selling hair, and then I was now studying everything that need to be studied about hair. So I was into it, selling it. I didn't want to just be a brand. I wanted to be an household name. And that is where we are today with Zara Heifels.
That is wonderful. Okay, so before I'm done with those ones particularly, so when it comes to hair business now, it's like a competition when it comes to hair business now. So what makes your hair stand out from other hair producers or something?
Yeah, that everything you set your mind to do, make sure you put your time, your effort into it. It will always stand you out. And consistency will always stand you out. What stands me out, firstly, I don't just go for quantity, I go for quality.
That
I
makes
am not
sense.
scared in investing in hair. Because why? Everybody might not be my customer, but there is somebody that want to buy hair from me. When you buy hair from me, you have years after years, you are still counting how gorgeous the hair looks, you know? So I put my heart into it, and above all, prayers, you know, because I tell people my hair carry glory. I pray for my hairs. If I'm in my studio, sometimes I do my morning devotion in my hair studio because I want when a woman comes, she she forgets who the society says she is. For once, she can be herself. She can see herself through the mirroring of my hair, through Zara Hair Vault. So it's still what makes me different is that my hair speaks to you. It speaks to the owner.
Okay, so that makes sense. Now, if I may ask, how long do you think the pieces of hair can last? How long do you think it can last?
10 years, I've had people still bring their hair for they bought from me in 2012 for revamping.
10 years. Which one is revamping? Are you playing keyboard or?
Okay, revamping is the washing. You wash the hair, we treat them because remember these hairs are from people's head. Our own natural hair, we have oil from our skin that helps us nurture the hair. But once this hair is cut off, it will need extra maintenance to keep it alive. So when you bring them for revamping, the revamp will wash them and we give the hair back its nutrients like it's in you going out of your scalp. Yeah, that's what revamping is.
Hmm. Oh my, oh my. Imagine me having a hair for 10 years. God, thank you for making me a man because me, I can't handle those kind of pressure, making your hair one on one. So, okay, if I may ask, have you ever had any encounter with someone crying for hair? Maybe you said you sewed the fake hair for me or something happened, whatever. And have you ever had any encounter or any challenges when it comes to hair?
Of course, like every other business, you must have a counter, you must have challenges. Remember, it's only God that makes everything perfect.
Very true.
Some people can buy hair and they don't know how to take care of it and they assume, okay, it's a bad hair. So, as long as Zara Hair Vault is consigned, we give our possible best, humanly possible. But it's only God that does not make mistakes. So sometimes, yeah, mistakes comes and somebody comes, it's okay, this hair bought, I don't understand it. That is why it's good you understand the product you have. Once you understand your products, I think hair practically speaks to me. And once you bring the hair in, okay, I know if it's going to go through revamping or it's going to go back to the factory for a retreat altogether, or if it's something that, okay, I see, we need to come to a compromise. We face those challenges, but it's not often, it's not all the time. Maybe one in 900, or one in 100, or two in 1,000.
Have you ever faced challenges whereby someone pay upfront for hair to be delivered, maybe because of one thing or any circumstances that stop it from being delivered on time, and they will feel like they are being scammed by you?
Okay, so recently I had someone buy glue from Johannesburg, and to me, I felt she had gotten the glue. But actually, I think someone else collected the glue along the line.
Hmm.
And this lady never got back to me until like 2, 3 weeks. And she sent me a message to say, um, the glue she bought, she has not seen it. What is 3 weeks? It's like a month. She's like, the glue she bought, she never saw it. I'm like, I followed you up for like a week. You were supposed to tell me that I have not gotten the glue. For peace to reign, Aramex said they delivered the glue, and I had to send a brand new glue. But I don't really encounter those because I follow up with my clients. I follow you up until the product gets to you. And if it's delaying with Korea, I will always send you a message to say, we are sorry, Korea is delaying. Please pardon us, give us some time. So it's communication pattern. I communicate all the time. So I really don't have that problem. It's just once I've had it.
And the other day you made mention of a kiddies wig. So this kiddies wig, also what inspired you to say, okay, do you know what apart from all the wig that I say, I need to add kiddies wig for the kids. What really inspired you to do that as well?
Yeah, actually, with the kiddies week, it was actually a vision. I saw a vision about it. And sometimes, let me set the vision aside for somebody who is not spiritual. You know, sometimes look around your environment. How can you meet? What loophole can you meet in this environment? So with the kiddies brand, I saw a lot of women. Sometimes because they are working class women, they are not chance. They wear their own wigs on the girl child, and it makes the girl look
Oh,
older than she actually is. Why? Because she's wearing an adult
my
wig.
go.
So I thought to myself, it's fine. Let me go for a kiddies material that will make a child, but she will still enjoy a wig. So that was actually helping the mothers to make life easier for them outside the vision that I saw about kiddies wig.
So technically, which means you are the new modern AI for the week.
Spiritually.
Okay, we'll come back. We'll come back more about the hair. So let's go a little bit into the clothing. Wears. To be honest, I didn't know that you now have a kids clothes, right?
Yes.
A brand or something like that. I only saw today. So please, I want to know more about it. Maybe because I'm expecting a child, so I so that I'll know how to deal with them.
Okay,
Eh?
so with the wig, with the kiddies, I love to see a cute kid. I love when a child is well dressed. I love when a child is neat, his hair is well combed, or her hair is well braided. So it's what gave me the passion to go into kiddies. Parents struggle a lot, especially for the boy child. You never get varieties in the mall. So I thought to take it to the grassroots. How do we help mothers bring their dress up their son in the way they want to do? So yeah, I introduced the kiddies week because of my passion for kids, because I love to see kids dress properly, and I love to make use of my hands. My brain is the I have one problem. I think it's a blessing and can also be a curse. God gave me a brain that does not sleep. My brain works extra hours. So when I'm done with this project, I want to easily take up another project. I love challenges, and this kiddies thing is really giving me that challenge to draw, to design, and to start from the scratch, source the material, and bring it to limelight as a beautiful piece.
So which means by default you are the brain behind it. So you design it yourself.
Yes, yes.
But do you know how to sew or?
No, I don't know how to sew, and I actually don't want to learn because I want somebody that is sewing for me to benefit. Let that be the person's employment. So I want the
Mm.
person to
Mhm.
eat from sewing for me. So
Yes.
if I learn how to sew, I'm practically taking food out of somebody's mouth.
You think nice. Not everyone could think like that because there's some people. Even me, I would want to do something that I know so that I will not spend next time. I say, okay, let me do this, let me do this. But apart from that, anyway. Okay, so tell me so long, what has been your biggest challenge when it comes to you being a businesswoman?
Mm, biggest challenge initially when I started was sourcing for the right suppliers, especially with the hair. We have a lot of suppliers that they supply different hairs. And that's why we have a lot of vendors who cannot even comprehend. They can see this hair, they don't understand it. The biggest challenge wasn't the capital, it was sourcing for the right suppliers. In the beginning, it was not easy. At a point, I had to stop. I said, okay, I'm no more buying. I traveled to India for hair, and when I got back, I got very good hair. When I got back, the supplier that supplied me hairs that were not the quality I bought before and I was
Mm.
used to. And after I had one or two complaints, I stopped selling the whole hairs I invested a lot of money into. So I had to start giving those out. So it was sourcing for suppliers. That was my biggest challenge as a hair collector. I don't call myself a hair vendor, I'm a hair collector. I collect hair because I speak to hair. So I collect them. So that was just the biggest challenge. And then later on, because I was a small brand, I needed the customers, I needed the clientele. I didn't set boundaries. I didn't set principles for my business. So I could give head to somebody. The person would say, "Oh, I'm your friend. I'm going to pay whenever I'm going to pay." Some people end up not paying. It will end up causing problems. Because I was a beginner, I wanted my hairs to sell at all means. So I learned that over the years. So those were the challenges I had then.
When all those things were happening, were you was it a time you thought of giving up at all?
Of course, for every business, whoever is truthful, there are times that you feel like, man, what am I doing here? I should do something else, or I should just, let me just sleep. Like I said, I took a pause for a few months. There was a time I took a pause for a few months. And you know what? I told God, I said, I'm not buying hair again until you yourself give me a hair supplier.
Mm.
And he actually did. That's why no matter how far you are in business, that spiritual backing is something nobody should joke with. I tell you, it works like magic. I didn't give up. I just took a breath. I wanted to just rest while I handle it spiritually. So as I was praying, and then God gave me somebody who was not just a supplier, she became my mentor. And I tell you today, the way I've studied everything about hair up to its strand, she calls me now to say, this hair is this. What do we put to make it like this? Which I am grateful to God for. So yeah, there were times I felt like giving up. But when I felt like giving up, what woke me up was, why did I go into it the first time? Why? Why did I go into it? So it was just what kept me up.
Okay, going back now to the root of this business, how much do you have that time? How much, like, investing in this business? How much did you start this business with?
Let me convert 450,000 naira. It's like 6,000, 5,000 thereabouts now. That is how
In
much.
rands.
Yes, that time, a hundred thousand naira was 7,000 rands.
Mm.
Yes, that was, I started with 450,000 naira. So if you could convert it to that time, 14 plus 14, 28, about 28,000 rands.
So, which means you started this business from Nigeria
No, I started this hair business here.
here,
Yes,
but the vision
in
is from Nigeria
2012.
or stay here.
No, it was here.
It was here still.
Yes, it was here.
So, which means within a short period of time, you came here, everything happened just like that.
Yeah, but I used to do business in Nigeria. Even when I was in school, I used to do gold. I used to sell gold. I used to sell gold jewelries.
Okay, now let me ask you just a tricky question.
Yeah.
If you are giving, let's say, $1 billion,
Yeah.
would you give up your business for $1 billion?
The problem is, if you catch a fish in the river
Mm.
and you seal up the river because you've got a truckload of fish,
Mm.
that fish is going to finish.
Very true.
So, what happens to the sealed river? I would prefer to open that river and catch one bucket of fish daily for the rest of my life.
So technically, which means no.
No, I will do my business.
$1 billion.
You're gonna be bored spending that money.
Okay, how many years do you think you can cover that $1 billion?
Sometimes when we talk about money, we feel money is it all. You know, sometimes I can do a business that will connect me to somebody that will come to say, Zara, I want to start up a business. I'm ready to pay somebody that will coach me. I want to pay so amounts. And I coach the person starts the business, is successful, and the person introduces me to someone else. But $1 million I have in cash, and I'm looking at it. I'll go to the mall to shop. It doesn't speak to me. It doesn't allow me to meet people. In fact, it limits me. Like living every business is because you want to give me money. It's a limitation for me. So Manly speaking, it can take years. But if we put God into it and divine connections, it can even take a second.
So apart from your hair business and clothes, and which other talents do you have? Like when I mean talent, which other talent do you have?
No, I'm a woman of many talents. Like,
Including fighting, boxing.
yeah, I box.
Oh.
I learned how to box. I think you've seen some of my videos on boxing. Yeah, I just love to do things. I don't like to get bored. So whenever I don't have a project, I pick up a new project. I
Hmm.
pick up a new habit. So I'm an actress. I love the camera. I love the screen. I love to take up another personality at any time. So, and I can design a set. I work with my husband on most of his productions. Some people are aware here. I I design every of the set, every production he has had. I design the set. I'm also very good in costuming. I
Well,
can
I can
costume
attest to that too.
I can
Yeah.
costume any character you want to see. So yeah, I God has blessed me with a lot of talent.
Yeah. So which means you are the Messi Johnson of our in Cape Town. Let's just say it like that.
If you say
Okay.
Cape Town, you are limiting,
No, okay, not in the word. Yes, in the word.
and I'm me of me.
You of you, no carbon copy
Yeah.
of you. So
Yes.
if you are not really doing hair or your other business, which other business would you have loved to go into?
I love jewelries.
Jewelry.
Yeah. Because I was selling gold before, even in 2012, I was also selling jewelries. I go to Dubai, buy jewelries, and I sell here. But I understood that South African market is not for gold jewelries because they don't know what the difference is. Jewelries is jewelries to them. Or like in Nigeria, where we know the difference between gold and iron. So yeah, in Nigeria, the gold, yeah. But I would have really loved. I love gold mining. Maybe I would have gone into mining of gold.
So if I may ask, what is it that people think in their head that they know about you, but they really don't know?
I think I am the version, I'm the person everyone has a version about me. Some people think I'm very proud. Like they think, she's so proud. But the truth is, I have a bright star and I'm not going to dim it for
I
anyone.
like the bright in it, yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
I'm not going to dim it for anyone. And just the way I'm never going to dim anybody's light. So most people feel they know me. A lot of people feel, um, okay, this is a part of me people don't really know. I love my space. I love to just be alone at the comfort of my home, just be alone. But a lot of people think I bring people around me because I don't like to stay alone. But that opposite is the case.
This one
To me,
shocked
it's
me.
a very huge sacrifice. It shock you,
It
Abby.
shocked me.
Eh,
It,
it dey
shock,
shock
it
everybody.
shocked me.
But the truth is, it's only me and my husband that knows that I can stay in this full street for 3 years. I'm not seeing anybody, nobody is seeing me. So this other side is a huge sacrifice that I make to say, God, I just want everybody to be happy, you know? So
Mm.
I have to kill this self. Let me kill what my body desires and do what you want.
Jesus, this one shocked me. But anyway, we'll still continue. I just have, before we round up, I think I have two. One, I would like to know, like in all your businesses now, let's make it like that. In all your businesses, how much do you think you worth in 1 year? Like in a year, how much do you think you make from this business?
Honestly, in a year, I run into millions.
Millions.
Yes, I run into millions. In Nigeria, I run very far.
Very far. You don't like Murife.
I don't want to say it before SARS knocks my door tomorrow.
To come and pay tax, man.
But yeah, I really run far. I run into millions.
Okay, if I check everything you have explained so far,
Mm.
this in kind of direct back or takes me back to your upbringing. Can you tell me a little bit about your upbringing?
My upbringing is a total difference of who I am.
Opposite.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm total opposites. Okay, and it's going to take me to something I want to say. I was brought up by my stepmom with my dad. It wasn't an easy journey because my late mom, I think, got pregnant for my dad. So my dad wasn't married to my mom. So I was that child that was almost used to break a home.
Mm.
So my mom left. I think they said, according to the story I was told, I was only breastfed for 3 days.
3 days.
3 days,
Oh my, oh my.
you know. And my somehow I was with my dad, I was with my stepmom. My stepmom, who I don't call her my stepmom, I call her my mom now because my biological mom is late, my dad is late. She saw an intruder. So she always saw my mom in me. You can imagine that kind of a
Yeah,
journey.
yes.
So it wasn't easy. I promise you, it wasn't easy. There were times that, I was not allowed to even have friends. I think that is where I got the I can stay alone. I was not allowed to have friends. I was not allowed to visit anyone. And I wasn't brought up in love. I remember before I would have one on one with my dad, I would have to go to his office because if I do it at home, it's going to cause a problem in their
Mm.
marriage, because my stepmom is going to look like, why do you have to give her only that attention? And another crime I committed was that I was very, very intelligent. I am still
Very,
intelligent.
very. I know. I can attest to that too.
So at my school, there were jumping classes for me. And somehow I was now in the same class with my elder brother, who is our second son. So it was a huge problem. So I'm not just dominating the home, now I'm also dominating the school. It wasn't easy. And I think for her sanity's sake, you should get to see this. I wouldn't want to drag her back to what she put me through. Because truthfully, she's my mom. I've forgiven her. Why do I say? Because everything she was, every way she brought me up, nurtured me to this woman that is sitting
Have
here.
become today.
So
Yeah.
every challenge I went through as a child, there were times that I didn't have someone to talk to. And I think that is and not I think that is why I still do writing. I'm a very good writer. I write a lot and I communicate through writing a lot. I like then when I was a child, I used to have a diary where I would be writing. So I could speak to my diary. I could tell my diary anything I wanted to. And when I noticed, okay, somebody goes behind to read my diaries, I started using letters and Roman figures to write in plain English. So even if you're with the diary, you can't understand what I'm going through. And it's made me strong. It's so made me take a lot of hard decisions. Even when the first time I left home from my stepmom and my dad was when I went to the university. I told myself, Zara, this is where you are coming from. You need to structure your life in a way that the expectation of people that feel nothing good will ever come out of you don't come to pass. So it shaped me. No matter what I just want to say this, no matter what you go through in life, you do not have excuse to be a bad person. I was not brought
Very
up in
true.
love, but I have seen that the world, that is what they need. And that is why I give it, no matter who you are, no matter what you've done to me, I can never even hold you in my mind. I don't even remember. After now, if you offend me now, it's dead and it's gone. That is who I am. So those challenges in life structured me to the woman that I am today. So instead of like some people who are abusive says, I'm abusive to my wife or my partner because I saw my dad was abusive to my mom. It's who you are. It's the decision you made. Nobody is responsible for that decision you made. So every decision we make in life, we are accountable for it. Forget the circumstances. Forget who you saw. Forget what you saw. Who you are is your own decision.
That is well explained. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for that. Whatever that have happened from day one to this place have made you stronger and stronger, becoming a woman that you've always wanted to be, and all thanks to God. What advice do you have for young ones now that are ready, that are hungry to start another business, like to start business on their own? Which advice would you love to give to them?
Okay, so firstly, conceive the idea. Once you conceive the idea, not just conceiving an idea, don't go into something because everyone is going into it. There are lots of people that felt, oh, Zara is making billions. Zara is making a lot of money. Let me go into her. They dropped out after a year. So once you conceive the idea, look for everything surrounding the idea. We are exposed to technology. Everything has become easy. You go on YouTube, you can see people that are doing what you want to do. Some people share their journey. What is their experience? The essence of watching someone is because you don't want to fail at the point they failed. You want to jump past where they failed. And how do you jump past where they failed? It's through experience. So once you conceive the idea, try your possible best to study around the idea. Find mentors who you can ask questions. Sometimes we want to look for that big guy that is out there. Why? Because maybe this one we feel is in the business. Well, I'm too close to Zara. Let's say, for instance, I'm too close to Zara. I know Zara. I know her house. I know her bedroom. I know her bed. I know her pillow. I know all her clothes. What can I learn from her? Then you go to somebody that you feel is bigger than me, but unknown to you, that person might still be learning from me.
Yeah,
You know,
makes sense.
so look for mentors in the area you want to go into. Make sure you study about it, the challenges, the do's, the don'ts, and then search your environment. This thing I want to do, how will my environment take it? Let's take, for instance, if you go to Iraq and you want to sell things for the beach wear, you will not make sales.
Yes.
Why? Because they have a dress pattern. So you must look at your environment. What does this environment need? How can I be relevant in this environment? And after you do that, make sure you tell yourself, this is my passion. Even when you sleep and wake up, this is what you will do. Because why do you need it to be a passion? There are days that are so hard that you want to give up. What will remind you and keep you going is because it's your passion. So don't go into things that the competition is too high. Don't go into things because everyone around you is going into it. Dare to be different. Dare to be different. And I promise you, your difference is what we announce.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So, all those young ones now trying to start a business, or people that need hairs, how can they find you?
I'm here. I'm on Instagram. My Instagram is Zara Hair Vault. I'm on TikTok as Zara Hair Vault. I'm on YouTube as Zara Hair Vault. Anyway, everywhere I'm Zara Hair Vault.
All over.
On website, www.zarahairvault.com. So on my kiddies is Zara Kiddies Vault. I'm on TikTok as Zara Kiddies Vault. I'm on Instagram as Zara Kiddies Vault.
Thank you very much. So there's this one thing that I usually do each time I'm having a podcast with people. Very, very important to me. So who is your favorite artist?
Hey, Nathaniel Bassey,
Nathaniel
because I don't
Bassey.
listen to other songs. Yeah.
Okay,
Nathaniel
so
Bassey.
if I should ask you now to
Pastor
sing,
Nathaniel Bassey.
can you please sing one of our songs for me, if
Hey,
possible?
Jesus
Uh,
yeah.
na, 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 na.
Jesus, yeah. I'm not
Uh,
a good singer, but that song takes me from nowhere to somewhere. Yeah, so it's not to be a
oh,
boss.
perfect. That is it. We're gonna play a game again. Wine or screen soda?
None of the above.
Mercedes Benz or Jaguar?
Mercedes Benz.
Rice or beans?
Rice.
Dubai or Germany?
Dubai.
Straight hair or Afro hair?
Straight hair.
Straight hair. I like to be straight. All right. Thank you very much for honoring my invitation. I really appreciate you. And thanks for all your effort, leaving whatever you are doing, like leaving everything you are doing just to honor this invitation. Thank you so much. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Hopefully, next time I'll be having you again on this podcast by God's grace. Guys, you guys should look at something is coming, something is cooking. But that in cooking, you will only taste it when it's fully done. All right. Thank you so much. Please, if you know you made it to the very end, don't forget to like, comment, share, turn on notification bell so that you get notified each time I post a new video. But for now, I'm off.